You and also Dr. Heriadi, Heriadi Rahmat. He's the chairman of the Geotourism Indonesian Society, and actually also to Enku, and then to collaborators Ingrid Smith, and then everybody that I cannot mention. And then in this happy occasions, since first time I initiated this program, so that this is for encouragement for tour guide being assistance, and then also we have the spirit that this program will aim to be for the sharing knowledge, fun, and then friendship. So we're going to promote our geo and volcano tourism, from Indonesia, during pandemic. Because for us as a tour guide, this is the only way that we can be exist, and then we can meet with the clients like that, and how to promote Indonesia as the sustainable tourism. So we have so many volcanoes. And then this is the only way that for us, we can do some things, promoting Indonesia, and also for empowerment and then encouragement tour guide in Indonesia, and especially the local guide as well. And then virtual is virtual, maybe it's not like real, but my friends, all of my friends here, so this will be like maybe new trends, after we hope that this pandemic will be over soon, and then we can go to volcanoes for the reality, for the physically, and then let's work together, let's do together how to stop this pandemic, so we must cooperate to each other, and then by this way, and then we will promote to each other our country, from Indonesia, and then we will move to Ethiopia, and then to Malaysia, and then to everybody that they have programs or in geo volcano tourism. So the last one, this is has been the fourth, So first we have Krakatau, and then Merapi, and then Semeru volcano, and then now Karangetang, and then we have also two volcanologists here. So Denny will explain about this, will introduce them. And then with our moderator, Denny is my first time, initiator as well for my colleagues, and then also we have also team here, and all the topics actually this is based on the feedback, so that we can modify or topic based of the feedback, and then our team discussions. Okay, so I think honorable, thank you very much for the all audience here for your participations. So I hope for the last volcano that also will be in Dukono and the Spices Islands, so we will be the last, and I hope you all will be joined again. And then so this meeting will be developed by international forum. It's like a discussion forum of volcano and geotourism. And thank you very much, Denny.
Okay, thank you very much, as Andy, as initiator of our meeting today. And then the thing is very, very important, which is today we have a meeting for educations and engage also, and then the other is promotion, especially for volcano, Indonesian volcanoes. Now I need to go to Mr. Mulugeta or Bapak Enku Mulugeta. This is our favorites from Ethiopia. Please, Mr. Enku, some short speech for our meeting. Thank you.
Okay, Danny. Thank you very much for letting me to have a speech on this very nice virtual tour visit of Karangetang, and I will make it short as much as possible. My name is Enku Mulugeta, and I'm from Ethiopia. I'm a geologist as well as a tour guide for the last 25 years, now working together with the volcano discovery and as expedition leader in Ethiopia, main Rift Valley, volcanoes, and Danakil Depression tour. I have also established a tour company based in Ethiopia, operating throughout the country. Just to give you an idea about Ethiopia, Ethiopia is covering an area of 1.14 million square kilometers, and it's the 10th largest country in Africa, and it is the second populated country in Africa. It's located in the East Africa, in the sub-region known as the Horn of Africa, between approximately latitude of 4 and 14 degrees north. The south end of Ethiopia Danakil Depression ends in the neighboring Djibouti at the lowest place on the continent, and is perhaps the most daring place to visit for adventure-loving tourists. At the opposite end of the elevation spectrum are the rugged mountains, we call it the Semi Mountain, and Bali Mountains in the southeastern part of Ethiopia. These are the mountains which surround Ethiopia, and the Great Rift Valley dissects Ethiopia into two, and it is home for different endemic animals, birds, and it's in between the Great Rift Valley, which with its lakes and volcanic craters. This is just to give you an idea or an overview of my country, Ethiopia, and there is a lot more to come, and efforts has only just begun by Andy and his colleagues, Danny and others, and this is a great opportunity for all of us who has been involved in this business, in this tourism business, and I'm so excited and thankful to my friends. And this is not about today, because our movements are still limited, as you know it, but it is about inspiring and leading travelers for the future, once they are free to move around this beautiful region again. As you know it, we have a very beautiful world, and it's a good opportunity actually for all of us, I think, to see each other's attractions and to see each other's beauty. Thank you very much, Danny, for giving me the chance again.
Yeah.
And thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Engkul Malugeta from Ethiopia, which is very relief. And then there's some good point about inspiring for everybody. And it is a beautiful Zoom meeting. Thank you very much. And also for the last, we go to Bapak Sangtu Subaya from Indonesian Tour Guide Association, Indonesia. Please, Mr. Sangtu Subaya.
Livio first. Livio first, yeah.
Oh, Livio, okay.
Yeah.
Or maybe Sangtu Subaya. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Danny. So, honorable participants, ladies and gentlemen, good evening, Indonesian time. Because I noticed that there is also from Chile, and from Belgium, Switzerland, from Europe, bonjour. So it is very nice to know that more and more multi-countries participants joining this program. So as a president of Indonesian Tourist Guide Association, so I appreciate our fellow, Mr. Andy Volcano, who sit also as a national board member in the associations with 14,000 members in the country. So this time also I hope that Andy could encourage our friends to be a volcano tourist guide, because we actually lack of tourist guide, volcano tourist guide in the country, as we have, as maybe everyone know here, that Indonesia has more than 100 volcanoes, active volcanoes in the country. So I observed that this is the fourth episode already after a catastrophic Krakatau, and then mythical Merapi and roofing island, Java Island, Semeru. And now we are going to the north, Sulawesi, in a small island called Siau, I think, yeah. When in the ancient time, the Portuguese and the Dutch people looking for that bug over there, is rich islands. So when I hear the song and also the picture, it will be very interesting, I think. So volcano is something in tourism product becoming a good prospect for us in developing the tourism. So maybe I can tell you, in Indonesia, in old days, in old belief, a volcano, the peak of mountain, was considered as a holy place. So that's why everywhere where there is a big volcano, high volcano that become spiritual orientations, like in Bali, for example, where the inhabitant mostly Hindu, the Mount Agung, the tallest mountain, in the slope of that mountain, we built a big temple that considered as Mother Temple. So also the name, maybe the last episode, I was not there, so sorry, because I wanted to, but Smeru, for example, the name derived from a word, Sanskrit word Meru. So if you probably come to Bali, because Bali is a small island, it's the main tourism destination in Indonesia. If you go to the temple, the shrine is called Meru, because derived from Meru is a great mountain and mythical mountain where all the deities, the god resides. So that's the belief, the old belief. So that's why Volcano also is very interesting. So now we have chance to visit the northern part of Sulawesi, Siau. It's a very nice island. So I'm jealous to Andy because until now I just climbed 4 volcanoes, I think. But Andy maybe many volcanoes already with Danny. So let's go to the North Sulawesi and officially open this program, and please enjoy. Thank you, Danny.
Okay, thank you very much, Bapak Sang Subaya, as a president of Indonesian Tour Guide Association. And also at the list from Heike and Livio, this is our favorite participant. I was around. Mr. Heike or maybe Livio, do you want to say something for us?
Hello everybody. We had a great pleasure to be there last year. It was absolutely breathtaking experience for us. It was absolutely amazing. Thank you for Dominic, thank you for Donald, and also for Andy. Perfect tour guides, and we will come back of sure. Thank you for this.
Okay, thank you very much, Heike and Livio. Now we will begin our tour, our trip, a virtual tour, and then we have a 4-person, a special person today, and will be lead us to our virtual tour, which is we have Donald Tapehe will be our guide, and also Dominic Derek. He was from. Thank you very much. How are you, Dominic? Good.
I'm fine.
Okay, thank you. And also we have Dr. Devi Kamil, which is working for in a geological agency. He was as a volcanologist, and then he will be helping us to shaping our understand about the volcanoes in the Karangetang. And then also we have Dr. Sri Mulyaningsi as lecturer at the Akvin Yogyakarta. Thank you very much also. And then she will be add some information about the geological setting in the north of Sulawesi, also the volcanogenic also. And then we will begin our trip, and then thank you very much for everybody. And then I have to mention that please to make sure all the microphone is mute. And then I'm Denny Sugandi. I will be your moderator, and then I'll be helping you to give some better understanding by asking some questions at the end of our meeting. Now, please to go to Donald Tapehe, and then please to bring us to our participant to Siau Island. Donald Tapehe, please. The time is yours.
Okay, thank you very much for the whole participants. Yeah, introduce. My name is Donald Tapehe. I'm the Volcano tour guide, and I'm from Manado. Yeah. Okay, and Manado is the capital of North Sulawesi province. The province itself located in the north with the Philippine province, and in the west with the Sulawesi Sea, and in the east, yeah, as you can see here in the pictures, yeah, located in the east of Maluku Sea, and in the south with the border with the province of Gorontalo. Yeah, and Manado, yeah, as the capital of the city, yeah, populated with more than 600,000 people. Yeah, the city is already well known by the coming of the Portuguese, 1532, by Captain Magalhães, and the icon for the tourists in Manado is Bunaken Island. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Donald Tape, thank you very much. I'm sorry to cut first, but I need
Yeah.
some brief information from Dr. Sri Mulyaningsi to give up a brief overview of the Siau Island. Ibu Sri
Okay.
Mulyaningsi, please
Okay,
open up your microphone.
thank you. I would like to, yes, Mount Karangetang. Okay, Pak Denny, could you overview to the peak of Sulawesi? Overview to the peak Sulawesi, please. Okay. Mount Karangetang is part of the island that extends along the northern arm of Sulawesi to the North Maluku Sea. Pak Denny, please. Yes. Okay, stop, Pak Denny. The island was formed by the subduction of the Pacific Plate to the west under the Philippine Plate. The Philippine Plate itself then belonged under the microplate of North Sulawesi. The tectonic setting of this north arm of Sulawesi is very complex, exactly, influenced by many plates. The biggest plates are Oceanic Pacific Plate from the east and Eurasian Plate as continental from the west. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Ibu Sri.
No.
Okay. Oh,
Finish.
no, not yet. Okay. Please carry on.
Those plates then break off to form smaller plates. There are Caroline plates and Philippine plates as the oceanic and break to form smaller plates. There are Caroline that's subducted to the New Guinea in the south and Philippine plates in the north and subjected to the Eurasian plate, but the Philippine plate then break to become North Sulawesi plate. The North Sulawesi plate subjected under the Eurasian plate, so that this area, this north arm of Sulawesi to the north of Maluku is an island R. The island R itself also the Eurasian plate, and then form like a small microplate of Eurasian plate of North Sulawesi, then call it to the Eurasian plate. On the other hand, from the east of Papua, the south of the Caroline plate is subjected by Pacific plate, while the Caroline itself is subjected beneath the New Guinea plate. The oceanic plate of Philippines, North Sulawesi, and Caroline then call it each other in the north of Sulawesi till Maluku. As we know, Caroline has two active craters, so that called as twin crater. Both craters often active together. It's caused by a large basaltic magma chamber that formed by the island of volcanic chain. The fault system that resulted by the tectonic setting can be seen as north-south fault system across the northwest southeast fault system at Karangetang itself. Okay, Pak Denny.
Okay, thank you very much, Ibu Sri, for explanation of our geological setting at the North Sulawesi. Please to Donald Tapehe to continue our journey to Manado.
Yeah. Okay, as you can see here on the pictures, Manado City, it overlooked to the west side of the Sulawesi Islands, and there are some small islands there, like Bunaken, Manado Tua, 9, Mantehage, and then the other islands, which become a marine park, very popular. We call it from the main island, Bunaken Islands. Bunaken Islands is located very close from Manado. It's only 30 minutes, and then it is popular with the as a diving and snorkeling site in 2015. It becomes the best diving and snorkeling sites in Indonesia, according to the tourist magazine. There are more than 300 species of coral, soft and hard coral, and more than 1,200 species of fish here. Yeah. In the high seasons, yeah, the visitor is more than 600 until 800. And here is, yeah, myself, Donald, Donald Tapehe. I pick up the guests, yeah, in the airport. Okay. Now we stay overnight in Manado, and then the following days we go to Marina Harbor. Yeah, this harbor is located only 5 minutes from the downtown of Manado City. And here is the ferry, the fast boat. Actually, we have also the public boat every day, start at 4 to 5 o'clock, but it sail quite long. So we use this fast boat. Yeah, this is the best transportation to go to Siau Island. It's sailing only 5 hours, divided into 3 classes: economy, yeah, executive, and then VIP class. Yeah, normally people, they put the luggage, yeah, together if we go with the VIP class. And now we are in Ruang, yeah, yeah, the Ruang Volcano. This is a volcanic islands, yeah, with the Ruang Volcano that active or erupts in 2002, yeah, with the elevations more than 700 meters above sea level, and it's take 3 hours, yeah, sailing from Manado by the fast boat. And then we continue, yeah, to Siau Islands. It takes 2 hours more from the volcanic islands Ruang. And here now you can see, yeah, the volcano Karangetang and Ulu. Ulu is the biggest city, yeah, in the islands, which is populated by 15,000 people, and the entire islands is 45,000 people. But Ondong is the, yeah, it's the government city, yeah, in Siau. Okay, now the boat is embarking into the Ulu harbor. So please, ladies and gentlemen, before you go out, I would like to let you know that we have our team here, Mr. Dominic, the chairman of Tourist Guide Association here. He will help us to coordinate, yeah, all of the stuff here. Okay. And all of our luggage, yeah, will be carried by the porter and then put in the wooden, the primitive trolley. Yeah, it's just like in the Flintstone, Mr. Flintstone. Yeah. Yeah, the porter will carry to the car, yeah, all of our luggage. Yeah, and here is the main building or the main office in the harbor. This is the room for waiting and to buy ticket. And as you can see, here is our local transportation. It has a huge space in the behind, so it is really good. Yeah, but the most important is the driver, because in Siau, the island, the road infrastructure, yeah, is still bad. So we need the good driver who master, yeah, they work every day. Okay, before we go to Jakarta Hotel, yeah, we will pass some city icons. I love Sitaro, yeah. Sitaro, Siau, Tagulandang, Biaro. This is abbreviation, yeah. The 3 big islands in the Regency. And then you can see the monument of the nutmeg, yeah. Nutmeg in Siau is the best quality, the #1 in Indonesia, yeah. Later we will visit the location to see the nutmeg. And now we are in Jakarta Hotel in Ulu City. Yeah, it's only 5 minutes from the harbor. This hotel is located strategically, where from your room you can see, yeah, the volcano of Karangetang. Yeah, and here is the overview about the Karangetang volcano. Okay, Mr. Devi, Dr. Devi, please.
Okay, hello everyone. Good evening for those who live in Indonesia, and good afternoon for those who are in Europe. I hope you can hear me well, and good morning maybe for those who are in the American continent. So first of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Devi Kamil Syahbana, so I'm working at the Geological Agency in Indonesia. So mostly I work also for the eastern volcanoes, I mean eastern Indonesian volcanoes, and one of them is Karangetang. So before we start, I would like to share my screen if it's possible. Could you turn off your screen so I could share my screen? Okay, let me search my screen. Okay. Oops, I think, where is it? Hello, can you see the same monitored volcanoes map of Indonesia? Can you see the same screen?
Yes. Please continue, Mr. Devi.
Okay, I will start with this slide. So before we start, I want to show you the monitored volcanoes map of Indonesia. So this is the only monitored volcanoes that are shown in this map. So actually, we have 127 volcanoes. 6 are submarine volcanoes, identified as submarine volcanoes, and 69 volcanoes are currently monitored 24 hours every day. So there is no holiday, and we have a shift work for our workers. And today we will talk about one of the volcanoes, which is Karangetang. So that's the volcano. So I am here. You see, this is my location. So I'm quite far from that volcano. And so this volcano, Karangetang, is located at the northern end of the island of Siau. This is the island of Siau. So it's about 125 kilometers northeast of the northeasternmost point of Sulawesi Island. It was shown by Donald a few minutes ago. And this stratovolcano contains of 5 summit craters along the north-south line. And it is one of Indonesia's most active volcanoes, with more than 50 eruptions recorded since 1675, sorry. And many additional small eruptions that were not documented in the historical record, of course. And in the 20th century eruptions, it's include the frequent explosive activity, and sometimes accompanied by pyroclastic flows and lahars. But mostly the lava dome growth is the most common phenomenon that we will see in recent. And so this lava dome is not growing only on the summit, so it's flowing to the flank and then it's creating a lava front, and from this lava front it will collapse. So this is the geologic map of Karangetang. So side by side with the aerial map of Karangetang. So I give you an indicator circles, dashed circles there. So based on our geological map, the red circles there in the south, so this one was the non-active volcano now, but was active in the past. And it was categorized as a quaternary volcano. And the eruptive products of this volcano, so this volcano named Tamata volcano. So I would like to tell you that on Siau Island there are several volcanoes. But before we talk about Karangetang, which is the only active now, the only active volcano now, I would just give you an overview that there was volcanic activities on this island before Karangetang. And this is Tamata in the south. If you visit this island, you could see it from the harbor. You can see to the left, and you will see the Tamata mountain. So the eruptive products of Tamata was rather andesite. And it's light gray with light gray color, but highly weathered, with silica content around almost 56%. And then after this activity, the activities were moving to the east of Karangetang. And this is the Kalai Mount. So Kalai was active in the past, and it was composed mostly by lava flow, lava dome, pyroclastic deposits with light gray basaltic andesite lava. It is with silica content of about 51%. And then now the current activity is on the Karangetang. So this is Karangetang. And Karangetang has, as I told you before, it has 5 craters, but currently there are 2 active craters that are still active. I mean, in terms of activity in the past 100 years, this one was these 2 craters were the most active. So the southern crater is the main crater. So this is the highest peak of Karangetang volcano, and mostly the activities are characterized by lava flow through its flank, and mostly to the western directions and the southern directions. And while the northern crater is less active, but interestingly, since the end of 2018, it becomes active again. And nowadays, we have both craters are active. So this is very interesting phenomenon. So this is just for the introduction. Please, Dominic, you can continue and go to the observatory.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Devi, for the introductions. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, okay, we are now going to the Pos Pengamatan Gunung Berapi, or the Volcano Observatory Office, but I will remind you, so we're going to camp also overnight there in Hiung Village. So please bring your camera, tripod, and then camping gear, yeah, like a torch, sleeping bag. Okay, now we are in Pos Pengamatan Gunung Api Karangetang. Okay, again, Dr. Devi, please.
Okay, this video shows us the current condition of the observatories, of the observatory, Volcano Observatory at Siau. So This observatory was equipped with 4 monitoring stations, and also there are 4 people who work there in shift. Can I share my screen again, please? Yeah. Okay. So I will continue my presentations. So this is the monitoring system of Karangetang. So we have some stations in the south, and we have also stations in the east and in the west of the volcano. It is rather difficult to install stations in the north. This is one of our challenge. So at the moment, there are currently 4 seismic stations monitoring this volcano, with 4 volcano observers working at the Volcano Observatory in shift work for 24 hours a day. And this monitoring system is important for us. Why it is important? Because the alert for the public is made based on the data the monitoring data of the volcano. So in Indonesia, we have 4 types or 4 levels of alert. I will show you this. This is one of my articles, journal. You can see it in the link below there. So in Indonesia, we have 4 levels of alert. So these levels have been practiced since the early 90s. And these levels is used not only to give you an overview of the volcano, but it is also given to the public so that they know how they could respond with the current situations. For example, at the moment, at Karangetang now, it is on the 3rd level. So it's an orange color code. And the indication is that according to visual observations and instrumental records, there are prominent indication of increasing volcanic activity. Eruptions may take place, but do not threaten settlements and or activities of communities near the volcano. So, and the response of the community is it is already, how to say that, it's already systemic in Indonesia. So while we declare the alert level, the local government represented by the Regional Agency for Disaster Management, or in Indonesian it means BPBD. So they will know how to respond with this level of volcanic activity. And if we put that into yellow, they will change their response. So in volcano early warning system, it is important to understand this level, not only in the volcanologist level, but also in the community level. Because if you don't know what to respond with the alert level, then it means nothing. So we deliver or we disseminate this kind of information continuously. And you can see that in our website, which is shown on the screen, magma.esdm.go.id. There you can have all informations of Indonesian volcanoes, the monitored one only, of course. And so for Karangetang, you see that this one, the interval of the eruption is very, very, you see that very short, mostly 1 year. So it means that every year there is an eruption at Karangetang volcano. This is one of the very most active volcanoes in Indonesia. I could say this is the most active volcano in North Sulawesi. And interestingly, since 1675, there were only 16 casualties. So it means that the people who live around the volcano, they know already how they could survive from the eruptions. And this is good for us because the essence of mitigation is not to get rid of people out of the volcano, but to make people understand when they can live around the volcano and when they should leave out the volcano. So that's for the beginning. We will talk about the history of the eruptions, but let's go to Donald first. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Devish. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, after we visit the Volcano Observatory, yeah, very interesting explanation about it. Now we are going to two locations before we go straight to Hiong village. Yeah, there are two locations. This is Bobali and then Kura. Okay, again, Mr. Devi, please.
Yeah, I would like to share again my screen, please. Okay, so I will continue now with the historical eruptions. I could not tell you about all of the eruptions because there are too many. So, and we have a very short time. But the organizers, Andy, asked me to present you all about the 1976 eruption, and also the 2015 and the recent one. But the recent one will be presented in the last session of this tour. So I will show you the 20. This is wrong. Let me correct this. I'm sorry. This is not 2015. 1976. So I'm sorry that I could not show you the image of the lava flows. Maybe Donald will show you later what is seen on the field now. But what I would like to show you that this one or this eruption is quite unique because it is not occur on the summit crater. You see that this is the summit crater. This so this and the lava flow was coming out from the flank of the volcano. So this southwestern flank of the volcano. So I could, yeah, I will give you a short story about the eruption. So the eruption was preceded by an earthquake swarm. What is an earthquake swarm? An earthquake swarm is a series of earthquakes. So there were so many earthquakes, began on around 4 September. And then the number of felt earthquake reached a maximum of 120 events per day. So these are alarming conditions. And then it was gradually declined. And 2 weeks later, a minor pyroclastic eruptions began from a new vent. It wasn't expected at that time because it was not an active the active vent back in 1976 and 74 because it was started in 74 and then 76. Okay, so I told you about the 74 first. 74 is in the A. See that the indications A on the map. So that van was born on the 15th September 1974 at about 7 a.m. in the morning. It was reported, and this flank or this vent is in an elevation of around 1,100 meters above sea level. And at that time, the first observed activity was the thick ash cloud coming out from this vent. And this activity was succeeded by lava effusion. So it's a lava flow then coming out from this vent. And on the 17th September, or 2 days later, another vent was born. And then it was born in 1976. And from this one, it was about 300 meters southern of the vent A. So, and the lava effusion began shortly afterwards from B. You see, the B is slightly in the southern part of the A crater. And the lava effusion began shortly, and then the two flows coalesced near vent B and moved downslope about around 200 to 300 meters per day. The rate of movement gradually decreased to 10 meters per day. And as the flow front reached more level terrain, by 21st of October, the flow was about 50 meters thick near its source, with a length of about 6 kilometers long, and was only about 400 meters before reaching the city of Ulu that Donald presented just now. So, but then apparently the lava extrusion ended, and the flow front continued to advance about 5 to 10 meters per day. And this activity was only happened in this 74 and 76, but then it was over. And it is, but yeah, unfortunately at that time, there was one people died. And this person was assigned to observe the volcano. So he was, yeah, it was dead on the southern slope of the volcano. So that's on the 1976 lava. And now the 2015. So unlike the 1976 eruption, the 2015 activities is centered from the summit crater, the main crater that is in the south. So I showed you before there are two main vents. Southern is the main active crater, and the northern. And in 2015, it was from the southern or the principal or the main crater. So most lava flows going to the south of the volcano. This photo was taken from our observatory in the village of Salili, which is in the southwest of the volcano. It's about 8 to 9 kilometers from the summit crater. So the lava flows were first observed on 22 of April, and see that the lava fronts going to around like 200 meters from the summit. And then it's getting thicker and thicker. And afterwards, we have the collapse of this lava fronts. And this lava fronts, and this lava become the pyroclastic flows to the southern direction, about 2 kilometers at that time. And we, at that time, we monitored on the Mirova web. So it's a website that you can monitor the intensity of the lava activity, because it's mainly for it is good for if the situation is not cloudy, and then if you have like lava flows, this web can be helpful for you, and it is free. You can visit this website as well. And so we showed we saw at that time that this is very alarming condition, because it is continuing. I was there at that time. So I was really afraid that this lava flow will create thicker lava deposits, and I'm afraid that these lava deposits will collapse as a pyroclastic flow. So, and at that time, so we were, the intensity of the activity was increasing through May. And we remember at that time, at 5 May, we had a meeting at night, and we were planning to evacuate people in the southern of the volcano. The name of the village is the Kora Kora. Later, Danny will, Don will show you about the location. But now I will just tell you that this place was very close to the volcano. It is less than 4 kilometers. It is about maybe maybe 3.8, 3.9 kilometers from the sun crater. So, and in the directions of the pyroclastic flows and also the lava flow. So we need to, at that time, we thought that we need to evacuate people, but we don't want them to wait too long. Because if we, for example, if we did the evacuation much earlier, then people will thought that, okay, there was no threat at all for our place. So, and then people will go back to their place, and it is dangerous if one time that this lava deposit collapsed, because the place was very risky. So we need to find a very good timing at that time. So we decided. So we were thinking after the 5th of May. Okay, let's wait until the 6th of May. And then we saw that here, around there, it is the lava thickness was getting bigger, but we were still waiting. But on the 7th of May, there was an event that triggered us to do the evacuation faster. That was the from this area. You see my cursor. There was a collapse there. So it's like, there was like the lava is not collapsing as the pyroclastic flow, but it's going inside the volcano. And it wasn't triggered a big pyroclastic flow, but we, at that time, we thought that, okay, this is maybe the beginning. So we need to evacuate people very fast. So that was at 10 a.m. at Siau time. We started to, at 7th of May, we started to evacuate them at 10 a.m. And by 12 a.m., no people were staying on the Kora Kora village.
All right.
And on the 14th, I mean on 2 p.m., this was what happened. So we were very lucky because we did the evacuation only 4 hours before this happened. So no casualties because all people were evacuated. We have evacuated 465 people. You could imagine if they were not evacuated, this island will lose many, maybe 20% of the society, because this is a small island. And so this was one of the success of the mitigation. That is why in the beginning I told you that the Volcano Observatory plays a very important role in doing the mitigation, because the volcano, such hazards like this is not occur every day. Most of the time the volcano is showing us the very beautiful sightings. Andy will show you the video next. So, and after the 2015, also
Mr. Devi.
And after also Lahar. So, and this also at Babali. So my presentation will end here, and it will continue to Donald to show
Yeah.
you the Babali.
Yeah. Mr. Devi,
yes.
Very, very interesting. I think, Danny, can you hear me clearly? Hello?
Yes, I could hear you clearly.
Yeah, can you hear me clearly, Mr. Devi?
Yes, I could hear you.
Yeah, so I think while you explain, and then Danny can show some pictures, from the deposit of the percussive flow. But now I think it's very, very interesting because Karangetang is already become the type of the volcano, which is called type of Karangetang. So actually, how and then this type of Karangetang that become like the name, like the volcanological term of Karangetang. So what is the characteristic of what is the specialty of Karangetang, and then that become type of Karangetang, like a type of Merapi, and then now type of Karangetang. So is there like any characteristic of Karangetang and then become the name like that?
I could say that I show some I saw some questions here, and there is an interesting question that is Karangetang looks like Merapi type eruptions. So it's yeah, the difference between Karangetang and Merapi is that Merapi has its dome growth on the summit of the crater, while Karangetang is not developing on the summit of the crater. It is on the slope, on the flank of the volcano. So it is, so that is why the directions of the pyroclastic flow can be very varied over time, because it depends on where the lava flow started. So if, for example, now the lava flow started from the south, like at Karakura, maybe this is Danny's screen, I think. Maybe he can show you the 2015. So 2015 is coming from
there is the
of the crater. Can you point the summit? Yes. So about going down to this place, but before going down to Karakora, about 200 meters from the summit. So 200 meters from the summit, that's the place where the, or maybe more, that's the place where the lava was deposited. So the lava was deposited there, and by gravity, it is collapsed after it reached the threshold. If the lava is not stable, and then it creates the pyroclastic flow. So if you see my presentation before that, this one is not the pyroclastic flow. It's not starting from the summit, but it's started just about 200 meters from the summit. And the 76 is started from different crater. So this one, the blue one, it's going from that. And so it's going to different directions. And this is the, if Andy asked about the characteristic of Karangetang, it's mostly
Karangetang type, yeah.
Karangetang type is like is mostly effusive with lava flow, but sometimes if you're lucky, you could see the Strombolian explosions, but it's quite rare. But mostly it's in the form of lava flow. So this Karangetang is has its own type because, you know, with compared to Merapi, you see that the lava is, I mean, the dome is growing on the summit, but in terms of Karangetang, it's not on the summit. It's in the flank of the volcano.
All right. So, Mr. Jeffy, after regarding in the explanation of 2015, the percussive flow. So, is there like the lava that came down from first from the crater, and then there is like platform, isn't it? So there is platform, and then the lava accumulated in the platform, and after that collapse like that, and then forming the avalanche, and then triggered the.
Yes, indeed. So
is that correct, Mr. Devi?
Correct. Pyroclastic flow started from the lava front.
From the lava form, all right.
Front, yeah. So it's the lava front is like you see that you have the lava, and then it's deposited on the flanks, and this one is collapsed. So it is not from the summit. So that's make it rather difficult to assess the the potential hazards, because if you do the models and then you need to start the model, for example, for the pyroclastic flow, not from the summit, but from the flank, and sometimes it's changing over time.
Mr. Devi,
Yes.
I just think, is there any deep valley between the 2050 lava flows and the 1976 lava flows, so that the deposit should flow to Bali, or maybe from Kora-Kora?
So there are several, in fact, at Karangetang, there are several rivers, big rivers, in the south and in the west of the volcanoes. And I think people have, not I think, but in fact, people around Karangetang, they have already put all the signs for for example, pyroclastic hazard areas, or this, if it's dangerous, for example, if it is the path of the pyroclastic flow, you will see clearly that they are well prepared. They put the signings. I think I saw that in the I think maybe later we will see it in the image, because last time Andy showed me about
that was my picture.
Mhm. And yes, there is
I was there 1 week after pyroclastic flow, Mr. Devi. Yes.
Yes,
It was me over there.
Of course, yeah, between
Right.
the 2015 and this 1976.
So I was survived as well, Mr. Devi, yeah, but not from the pyroclastic flow, but from the wild peak. So I was running.
One more time, Mr.
Was
Devi.
really wild peak. Chased me that time.
Yeah, one more time.
Yeah.
Maybe I missed before that Karangetang has 2 craters, or called as twin craters. Is there any reason why the volcano has 2 craters? Maybe. Sorry.
Yeah, I think the structure. In the beginning, I told you about there are five craters, and they are in the lineament of the north-south, as you explained in the beginning, that it is in correlations with the structure that is in the orientation of the north-south directions. So this is the. It is possible that this is related to that structure.
Or maybe any subsurface data, such as geophysics or any others?
Yeah, unfortunately, we haven't done like, for example, like tomography or else. But yeah, the suggestion was coming from the geologists, because they saw that it is all of the craters are in the lineament of the north-south orientations, which is also in the in the field they can see clearly there is maybe a fault. There was a fault that in the direction of that, in the same direction with the craters positioned.
Okay, Mr. Devi. I have another questions about the lava flows in, I don't know, in the north to Batu Bulan. Oh yeah, Batu Bulan, get across to the sea. How about this? Is that basalt was very are less viscous?
Yes, it is less viscous. It's mostly
Different
about.
with the others?
I'm sorry?
It is different with the others?
Which one?
Maybe compare with 2015, or maybe compare with 1976. Is it
So
different?
yeah, there are slightly different. So you see that if in the eastern part. So if you see that I mean, I showed you, I told you before that in the Kalai, you have like 51% of silica content, but now in the West, it is more viscous. So it is more viscous than the one in the Kalai lava flow. So yes, they are in the Kalai. It's about 51%. But if you see that on the Western, I mean the Karangetang products, it is about 53% of silica content. And there was some suggestion from my colleague, geologist, that this Karangetang volcano is maybe it is the flank of the Kalai volcano before, because you know, if you see on the geological map, all the directions of the flow, the lava flow, is going mostly to the west. So that's because the vent is not completely vertical, so it's going to the rather going to the western part. So that's a suggestion from a geologist from our institution. But yeah, to understand this better, I think we need to do more comprehensive study here, and maybe like doing the tomography and to see what's the structure beneath the Karangetang volcano.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. David, thank you very much. And then also I need to Donald Tapehe to continue our destinations, and then there will be discussion at the end of our meeting. Please, Donald. Donald? Donald Tapehe, are you around?
Okay, Donald is missing, so I will take over. I think
Yes,
Mr. Denny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go
So
to
Donald,
village. Yeah.
maybe still with connection. So after Kora village that had explained by the Mr. Devi,
Okay.
so that very interesting that we can have a look about the Hiung village. This is the very interesting location that now
Hello, Andy.
everybody can see the two craters, the two active craters in Hiung village. So look, now here we can see here actually there is a football square that we can do camping here, and then we can stay here, and then there is electrical from local people, and then we can have food from here. So this is now we can recommend that actually still relatively safe here in Hiung village.
Okay, there you go. There's Donald.
And then it will be very amazing. From here we can see the photo. Danny, you can see when photo in the night. So in 2019. There was eruption from two craters, Mr. Devi, and then like this. So once with the crater 2 was with the strombolian explosive, and then in the right, from crater 1, with the effusive lava, from the lava dome, and then from the crater, and then with effusive lava going down throughout the hills, and then until to the different flank. So from this village is very interesting up to now, because now Karangetang is still active. Yeah.
Okay, Mr.
And
Donald,
then here, this is also another location. This is not from Hiung, but also from Kinali village, which is not far from Hiung village, like that. Okay, and after this, then we can go to visit again Batu Bulan. Before we went there. Batu Bulan is the flank of the eruption in 2019 February. So this is the lava flow, which is
very near.
Which was come from crater 2. So crater 2 is like Mr. Dave explained. It was initiated from like around 1883, and then again now active, which is quite interesting. After a long time dormant, and then now become active in last year. So I was here with my group for expedition. It was not possible by car. Every road, every village was blocked. So So we went and then we took a wooden boat. So yeah, by ferry, by boat is quite possible. Yeah, so we can little bit closer to see and then to witness the lava flank, yeah, from the crater. Look, now this is the blocky lava that from the lava flow from crater 2, and this is the lava that block all the way. Actually, this is new road. This is new road that just was built up, at the times, yeah. But the road just was damaged and destroyed by the, also the bridge. Yeah? So look, the lava is actually the high is about 55 meters. So ladies and gentlemen, if you see this deposit of lava flow, actually this is high. So this is blocked until now. The village, which is called Batukulan, so like they are now isolated, so it's not possible. So here the photo that we donate to the local people that are trapped and then isolated at that times. So we donate pampers and then with the logistic, also with some fuel, just to help the local people. Yeah. So look, the baby, they happy because they got new pampers. Yeah, everybody. Yeah, this is with our group at the time. Yeah. Okay. So this is the
Okay, thank you, Mr.
the
Andi.
history and then the activity that was from the crater 2. Yeah. So after a long time dormant and then become active in 2019 February until March. So like that. And then after from here, then we can continue to there is also nice very good spot that everybody should go here when you go in Karangetang in Siau Islands. Yeah, this is called Timbaku Hot Spring. Yeah. So actually there are 4 hot spring spots in Lehi and then also in other different spots, but here is the most popular that people can go here because the coral reef. So the coral reef is very, very clear, and then and then you can look, the sea is very clear. This is you can do snorkeling, throughout the lava flow. Yeah, this is, I don't know what year the lava flow. Maybe Mr. Dev, you know this, but you can go here. But this is actually the hottest place. Yeah, from 4 hot spring in Siau Islands. So here the temperature about 65 until 35 degrees. So we must be careful that if you do snorkeling and then sometimes you can feel something like this too much hot. This is the lava flow that in the left, somebody sitting there. So in the left is the center of the hot spring. Yeah. So this is the lava flow from the older age of Karangetang. Yeah, so we can go here and then we can do snorkeling and then also like for lunch break. Okay, then now after from this we can go back to the hotel. Yeah, and then you can take shower, everybody, in the hotels. Yeah, before we continue in the afternoon to go to the also nice location which is called Kapeta. So Kapeta is the village. It is actually also from Volcano, from the old period. So Kapeta is the Mar Lake. Actually, that from eruption as well from Mount Kapeta. And then so Kapeta is about biodiversity. Here we have local guide, my good friend, our local team, Dominic. Okay, Nick.
Yeah, thank you, Mas Andi. Yeah, first I would like to introduce again about my name. Yeah, my name is Dominic Derek. I'm a local guide from Siau Island. This is Nagnet. So visiting Sitaro district, especially Siau Island, is incomplete if you only see the Karangetang volcano. There are several interesting destinations that can be found in Sitaro district. All of that is known as 7 Wonderful of Sitaro. Inside there are flora and fauna. Flora like a nutmeg trees. Fauna like a Tarsius tumpara, old pig, elegant pita. This one is elegant pita. This Maleo and others. But for this time, I would like to explain about Tarsius tumpara. This one. Tarsius tumpara is the one of several endemic animal population that can be found around Capital Lake. This primate animal has several uniqueness, namely, 1. From the shape of the body. Tarsius tumpa has a body size of about 9 to 10.5 centimeters, brown and black spot colors, has a tail whose length is about 30 centimeters, has a neck that is able to rotate up to 180 degrees to the right and to the left, has a large eyes size for hunting, and long hind legs that are used to jump up to 3 meters away, and has 5 fingers and hands like other primates. 2. From its activity. Tarsius animal active during the nighttime and sleeping during the daytime. So the daytime is lazy time for this animal. This animal sleeping in a small cave on the trees or underground. 3. This animal eats insects like grasshoppers and also small reptiles. This population breeding is very lacking. One of the organizations that cares about this population call it IUCN, International Union Conservation Nature and Natural, put it on the red list of the 25 most protected primate animals in the world. These animals' predators are humans, snakes, and big birds. So, Siau Island also known as the best nutmeg producer in the world. Nutmeg trees can bear fruits after 7 years of planting. Nutmeg has 3 layers. So this is the peak also. We have wild pig in our forest. By the nutmeg trees, we have some product that the skin of nutmeg, we can make a white. The nutmeg for the local people, we use it also for spices, especially for our mother who want to cooking. They put a little bit the nutmeg inside, just for make a nice tasty and nice smell of the meals. Based on research, Siau nutmeg has the best quality in the world. It is caused by the condition of the land of Siau Island is volcanic. So that makes the oil contained in nutmeg seeds very much. Siau nutmeg seed and red skin are exported abroad, such as European and some countries in Asia as well. Donald.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Dominic, for the explanations. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now we go back to the hotel in Ulu. So you can have a rest there. And third day we go, we are sailing by the wooden boat to beautiful islands, Manumpitang, located in the south of the islands of Siau. Yeah, as you can see, the beautiful white sand beach here, and the forest there. Actually, that's the sanctuary, yeah, of the endemic from Sulawesi, the Macrocephalon maleo. Yeah. Yeah. Mr. Dominic, please explain, please.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Now for this time again, I would like to explain a little bit about these birds. Yeah, call it maleo. Maleo bird is one of several rare bird species in the province of North Sulawesi, especially on the islands of Siau and Manumpitang or Masare. This bird has a body size of about 55 centimeters, and the red is brown and has a crested head. There are some units of this bird. That is, one, when this bird lay eggs, they do not incubate, but they will dig the sand about 50 to 80 centimeter deep with temperature around 32 to 35 degrees to hoard their eggs, and then just leave it until it incubates its own. The incubation period of maleo eggs is about 62 days to 85 days, depending on the temperature of the sand. The size of eggs is 5 to 8 times bigger than the size of chicken eggs in general. This one is make us more interesting. 3, when the baby birds come out of the eggshell, the baby birds will slowly rise out of the sand and immediately fly. This also makes really interesting because the baby bird can fly directly. 4, this bird only mates once, no polygamy. This condition makes this bird's population very less and is included in the IUCN Red List. Speak about the predators of this bird. The predators of this population are humans, lizards, snakes, rats, and eagles. Donald.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Dominic, for the explanations. Yeah, this location is very beautiful and then very unique. Yeah, as we can see the evidence of the volcanic activity here. Yeah, some lava outcrops, and then here you can see the pictures of my friend Mr. Randy. And then this explanation, Ibu Sri. Ibu Sri?
Maybe Bu Sri, ya, can do, ya.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, basaltic lava. This is a basaltic lava. You will find this rocks in very wide area. So everywhere you go, you will find the deposits, so that it should be deposited by a long period of volcanic activity, maybe in the pre of the Karangetang event. The sequence is actually composed by blocky lava, till break-shaded lava. This is blocky lava. And the upper one is break-shaded lava. So we'll find these rocks will contain more fragments and matrix, but both are similar in composition and characterization. The lava is characterized by very dark color with poikilotic texture, composed by more olivine and pyroxene within the ground mass of plagioclase and clays. As told by Mr. Devi before, the deposits of the Karangetang are mostly basaltic to andesitic. It means more viscous, while at Manumpitang, we are finding the basaltic volcanic rocks, so that its volcano is different with the Karangetang deposits. When we are looking to the eroded morphology, could you have the eroded morphology in the behind of these outcrops? So we can interpret that this volcano should be inactive. I don't know how old of the volcano, but should be in the range of the volcanic chains of the north arm of Sulawesi. Okay, Donald.
Okay, thank you, Ibu Sri, for the explanations. And now we go to Mahoro Islands. We will sail for 10 to 15 minutes. Yeah, this is the icon, one of the best tourist destination in Sitaro Regency or district. As you can see, the clear water and the white sand beach. Yeah, in 2016, there was a movie, yeah, made here from the SBS TV from Korea, yeah, which is very well known. So after that, 100 people, yeah, come to this place, and this is very popular, very Instagrammable, yeah. And you can see the Karangetang volcano, yeah, in the grounds. So we're gonna do snorkeling here, yeah, relax on the beach, and then yeah, you can enjoy the coconut, original from the island, yeah. I will ask the crew, the captain, yeah, to climb, yeah, the coconut trees here. And after here, we go back to take a rest, sailing back to the hotel in Ulu City, in Jakarta Hotel. And I'll give to Mr. Denny as the moderator, maybe for the Q&A session.
Okay, thank you very much, Donald, and thank you very much also to Dominic as our guide to our virtual tour. Thank you very much also to Mr. Devi, to Ibu Sri Mulyaningsi for explanations. Now, guys, ladies and gentlemen, friends and colleagues, this is our end of virtual tours. Thank you very much also to so many questions at the chat room, and then also I need some questions directly from friends at the participants. Now we have a few we're going to question and answer part, yeah, which is we have about 30 minutes left during the at the end of our virtual tour. And also thank you very much to Maria already with us today. Thank you very much, Maria Martinez from Costa Rica. And then the first answer, the first questions, it's from Dasirun, and then goes to Ibu Sri Mulyaningsi, and then the question is, do you have Ibu Sri, do you have any information about the submarine volcanoes around the Siau Island? Probably do you have any Can you explain about volcanogenic around the Siau Island, and especially for submarine volcano? Please, Mr. Sri, Ibu Sri.
Okay, thank you, Pak Denny. Yes, could you give me a Google Earth, please, Pak Denny? Could you give me a volcanic change from North Sulawesi Arm? Yes, please. Okay, stop. Okay, this is an island that formed by the subduction zone between Philippines in the north and Caroline in the south to the North Sulawesi in the west. The subduction has formed a volcanic change, but with the direction south to north from north arm of Sulawesi and then go to the north until Maluku, North Maluku. These islands is a volcanic area in the submarine volcano as a product of the tectonic setting. So this all is volcano. This line is all of this line is volcano. I think like that, Pak Denny.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mrs. Dasir. This is the explain about volcanogenic of the submarine volcano around the Siau Island. Thank you very much also. And then, yes?
There is some question also from Mr. Haryadi, I guess, in the chat room. It's interesting, look like it.
Okay, Mr. Haryadi. Okay, probably Mr. Haryadi, can you open the microphone and then asking directly to Ibu Sri or maybe to our guide or to Papa Devi. Please, Mr. Haryadi Rahmat.
Okay, thank you, Pak Denny.
Yeah.
I want to say to Mr. Devi, Pak Devi, could you explain a little about magmasdm.go.id as a result of his work? And hopefully this program will be informative and useful. Thank you.
Yeah, I think not that one. I think the maybe you can see the beta 2,
Yep.
beta 2 version 2. So it's blinking on the right. No, on the top. Versi 2. Yeah, that's right. So yes, this is if you open this website, you can see the geological hazards happen in Indonesia, and currently you see that there is some animations. 2 volcanoes in East Java. That's the erupting volcanoes. So you can see that Raung was one of them, and it has been increased the alert level to level 2. And this website can be used by, especially for guides who needs information about volcanic activities before they climb. They don't have to be they don't have to be confused where to find information about the volcanic activities. So they can go to this website, and then you will have the information about the volcanic activities and what is the recommendation of each volcanoes. So that's by this information, you know that on which part of the volcano you can climb and which part of the volcano that you cannot climb. So yeah, this platform, Magma Indonesia, was developed. So I initiated this website in 2015. So this is the 5th year of this website, and yeah, I hope that this can be helpful especially for you who like to travel on volcanoes, because yeah, maybe you need to have some guides or some information about the activities of the volcanoes. For example, like Karangetang, at the moment, the activity is very interesting, and I would really like to go there, but it is impossible for now, because now we have seen that the activity is re-increased again, and we will expect some lava flows in coming days or weeks. And so yeah, Pak Haryadi, thank you for the question. So yeah, this can be used for that, and as well as if you need some information about anything about volcanoes, earthquakes, or others, you can ask about it. And
Sorry,
if you,
sorry.
a short,
Maybe this
yes?
is not just for a volcano, yeah?
No, not only for volcano, but also for earthquakes and also landslides and
Real time.
yes, in real time. So the data is not coming from one person. So all observers around Indonesia, they put the informations every day, and so it is they who lived around the volcanoes who reported that activities. And I would like to answer some questions. It's like I already answered some questions in the chat, so you can read it. And one of them is that about the submarine volcanoes. I have a map showing that in the earlier year before, so the reports from Newman van Padang, for example. If I could share, I will share this map to you. This one. Yeah, this is the distribution of volcanoes in Sulawesi, North Sulawesi. So sorry, it's in Indonesia, but this is the distribution map of volcanoes in Sulawesi. So you have different colors here. Red is the type A volcanoes, and yellow is the type B volcanoes, and C is type and green is type C volcano. So what's the difference between them? A type volcanoes are those who have experienced at least one eruption after the year 1600. So after 1600, it experienced at least one eruption. And for the B type volcanoes, it means that after the year 1600, there was no single eruption has been recorded, but it is still showing the volcanic activities. Yeah, I mean the surface activities of volcanogenic activities. So it's like a Klabat in near Manado. That's a B-type volcano. But can this B-type volcano erupted? Yes, it can. Sinabung was B-type volcano before it is erupted in 2010. So now it's becoming type A. And also type C, there are several subtype C. It is not. It is volcano that is not known. The historical activities were not known. So for the submarine volcanoes at North Sulawesi, there are two notable submarine volcanoes identified by the Dutch when they were here in Indonesia. So that's the Banua Wuhu. So if you see the Banua Wuhu is located around 40 kilometers in the north of Karangetang, while the other one is Sangir. Sangir is in about 130 kilometers from Karangetang. So that's the two that are already identified, but there are many. There are maybe other submarine volcanoes because you know it is already difficult to monitor volcanoes on land, and it is more challenging to identify volcanoes, the submarine volcanoes. Okay, I think that's my additional information. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Also, thank you very much. So, Mr. David, there's another couple of questions about magma.esdm.go.id. That's from DPO. Is there any in English versions of the informations?
Yeah, I think that's the question. Many questions for me during the conference or other meetings. We are currently developing it, but for the moment it is still in Indonesian because it is, you know, the report was written daily by the volcano observers, which are not us. So it's the local observers around the volcanoes, and to do and for them to make reports in English, not, you know, sometimes it's risky if you say give authorization to give people to make reports in English with that we don't know they could write it well. So we are still thinking about the auto translations, and we will certainly think about this. But for the moment at Magma, you can also see the informations on the Bona. That's already helpful. I think if you, I could show you the through the apps. So in I will show. Okay, here, if you want to see, to know which volcano erupted in Indonesia, for example, because sometimes it is interesting to know which one is erupting, because maybe you want to visit only the erupting volcano, because if it is not erupting, maybe it is boring or something else. So at the moment, you can see that there are several volcanoes in the eruption states. So you can, for example, Dukono, that we will talk about this maybe in a week, if I am not wrong. So, and Dukono is one of the most active also volcanoes in Indonesia, and Semeru. So you can have that information in English. And yeah, you can have all of this information in English. But for the moment, for the there are other information is still in Indonesian, because our targets was for mitigation, and in the beginning we developed that for the local people. But yeah, in the future we will try to have the English version of this stuff. But if you are ever want to go to a volcano, like for example Karangetang now, there was a question, and is it safe to climb Karangetang? You can see just beneath the information here. So you can, oops, sorry. You can have the information, in fact, beneath that. So that's the recommendation. And if it is difficult for you to understand, you just copy and paste that in Google, and you will have the translations. I think it's not really bad. I don't know if you can, for example, like this. If you go with Indonesian to English, you can see that, yeah, it is not a good translation, but at least it can be helpful for you. For example, like this one, you cannot go to a radius of 2.5 kilometers, because it is still, I'd say it's still risky. Because, yeah. So that's how to use this application. If you are English speakers, you can and you are, for example, planning to climb the volcanoes, can just visit this and search for the volcanoes. And for example, you want to search volcanoes, this is the how to search volcanoes, and you can find all volcanoes in Indonesia, and you can go to any places and just to see other. And this image is not a static image. It is changed every day, because this is the recent image, and this website also has been cited by Smithsonian Institute in their reports, because we now we have this continuous reports, and they use some of our informations as well. So and in this platform you can also see some CCTV of the volcano, and you can see like what's the activity of the volcano, but it's not all for all volcanoes at the moment, because it is still difficult to, for example, for some volcanoes to have good connections. But some of them are here, and if you are interested to see the seismogram, the earthquakes of the volcano, you can also go to this site and just to see. And also for the landslides and others, you can always have the information here. That's all I think what I can give you. And yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Bapak Devi. It was very comprehensive, and then this is open for public, and then everybody can access the whole informations, not only the volcanoes in the real time, also the landslide, and then other mitigations and hazard and the geological hazard also. Thank you very much. And then I need go to Bapak Engku, Mr. Engku Mulugeta. Probably do you have some questions to Bapak Devi or to Ibu Sri? Or to our guide, to Donna or to Dominic? Engku?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm very glad to attend this meeting after 2 weeks of, 2 sessions of interruption during the absence of internet in my country. But I'm very glad that I become part of this Karangetang.
Okay, Mr. Engku? Or probably they have a problem with connections. And also, thank you very much joining us. Here we have Bapak Ade Jumarma, who was the leading volcanologist in Indonesia, studied in the Galunggung mostly, back in the 80s. And then we have Bapak Awang Satyana, one of the leading geologists in Indonesia. Thank you very much, Bapak Awang. Okay, going back to Engku.
Yeah, thank you very much, Bapak Awang.
Yeah. Okay, Engku have a problem. And I need to go to Ingrid. Do you have something to say, Ingrid?
Well, only to say, of course, thank you. Really enjoyed the excellent explanations from Mr. Dominic Derek about the wildlife and from Mr. Devi about the geology. I had the pleasure to go to Karangetang with Andy and Donald in 2016, and it's an amazing place to visit. I would love to go back one day. So yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ingrid. And then it was a relief, and then thank you very much also. And it is doing the promotions, and then I hope maybe friends, other participants, will be someday we're going to Karangetang together. Thank you very much. And also I need to go, Livio, this is our favorite too. Mr. Livio, do you have any questions you want to ask to our expert or to our guide? Maybe someday you want to
When you start the next tour to Siau Island, when will it be possible to travel to Indonesia? What do you think about this?
Okay, thank you very much. We hope it will be realized. Also, this is also our favorite too, Maria Martinez. Thank you very much for joining us. And then probably
yes, Maria, come on, Maria. Yeah,
Maria talking about our lovely birds in Indonesia, mostly in the Maleo.
Maleo,
please.
Maleo, yeah, tadi.
Sorry, the microphone is not on, Maria. Probably you have a problem with the microphone. Yes, try again. Okay. No, it's not coming. The sound is silent. The microphone is off. Try again, Maria. Okay, I'm sorry. Maria, problem with the microphone maybe later on. Mr. Engku, please, Mr. Engku, continue the questions.
Thank you very much. It was interrupted again. So I like everything, especially the guiding techniques of Donald. When we are out of the boats and handling of the luggage, it was very interesting. It was like a lively visit to the area. So and I like the explanation from Dominic about Tumpara activity during the night and daytime sleep. That was really amazing nature, and the explanation is really very nice. So all in all, it has been progressed from the first session up to now. We see every time progressional rates, and thanks for everybody. And I would like to clap my hands for the organizers, for the initiators, for everybody participating in this session. Yes. And I would like to say also that hopefully our presentation, Ethiopian presentation, will be successful in 2 weeks' time. That we will talk with Andy and Ingrid, and successfully, I think we will present or we will make a visit in Ethiopian volcanoes. And thanks very much.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Excuse me, Danny.
Yes. Okay. Ingrid.
I just saw, I think, a really interesting question from a Mr. Bambang Suseno, asking in general about what is important as a tour guide taking tourists or travelers to volcanoes. And I thought this might be useful for many of the people that are now turning in or listening to this webinar. They're asking if it really is important to have such technical commentaries about the geology and the volcanic activities, as it might be difficult for an ordinary tour guide, they write. I just thought it could be an interesting topic to shortly discuss before we close, as in what should a volcano tour guide maybe learn or do different from a normal tour guide? Maybe Andy can shed some light on this.
Yeah, please, Andy. Probably do you have any answer from Bambang Suseno? Andy?
I'm sorry, Ingrid. Can you repeat a little bit more because my connection is a little bit not so unstable. Yeah, I couldn't hear you clearly.
Sure. In the chat is a question from Bambang Suseno asking about what a volcano tour guide should do. What is the difference between a volcano tour guide and an ordinary tour guide, and if they really have to know all the technical information about the geology?
Okay. Yeah, thank you. So this is very interesting questions. Yeah, that can you hear me, Ingrid, clearly now?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, we hear you. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, become a tour guide, especially a volcanological tour guide. You know, there is a like trekking guide, but more specialist, maybe like me. This is volcanological tour guide. So first of all, we must have like basic training, as a tour guide, which is called training and development programs. Yeah, this is for the basic that we know standard and operating procedure how to become a ordinary guide. Yeah. So this is for the standard first, and then the second, we must go for the advanced. So we must take like a course, for the geological, or if there is like training for volcanological, or you can learn from the expert. So, and then there is like programs from the Minister of Energy and Mineral. Yeah. So sometimes there is a program like geotourism training like that. So in here we learn about geological and then about geotourism and about how to explain volcano. And then the third is we must know actually about the adventure technique. First, how to know the first aid technique. Yeah, this is very, very important. And you must know how to know the dangers. So by this way, we must always collaborate and then get information from the observatory post. And then we must know, about the dangerous situations. We must know about the dangerous zone, and then we must know about the activity. So there are many kind of activity of the volcano eruptions, for example, like strombolian and then explosive, parasitic flow, or Hawaiian. So this is, we must know exactly about, to know the dangers. So for example, like a volcano like in Erta Ali, like, the volcano where the Enku live in Ethiopia, that people can go closer because this is only lava lake. So as long as there is no explosive, there is no strombolian, there is lava, there is no lava bomb. So people can enjoy from the safe place to see the lava flow. This is lava lake. Yeah, this is lava lake that Enku, as the expert guide, so will guide us. So how to see this, safely. So this is the same. So as the volcanological tour guide, of course, we must have at least good knowledge of the disaster, of the dangers, and then how to do the adventure. So we must know the dangerous. We must anticipate if there is dangerous. We must know the kind of material of eruptions, and then we must know how to handle. So this is really, really different, compared than like ordinary guide, of course, like city tour guide or like common guide. So as a volcano guide, we must, get many kind of skill. Yeah, it's not only like skill, but also knowledgeable and also adventure technique. Yeah? So such as like, first aid technique, and then geological knowledge, volcanological knowledge, and also about the dangers. And we must have good contact with volcanologists. Yeah, we must have good contact with observatory people in the post. Yeah, so this is we must get information before we go to the volcano, and then by this way we can anticipate what about the dangers, and then what about we must respect about the volcano, and also we must respect with the people, and then we must respect with the rules. So yeah, we have technology now, so you can go closer by drone and then by long tail like 600 millimeter or 200. This is something that we can get closer. Yeah, so this is something that I can answer for now. Yeah. So later you can discuss with me. Yeah, thank you, Denny.
Okay, thank you very much, Andy. That's very sum up everything about our knowledge during the as tourist guide, especially in the hazard area. Thank you very much. And also this is wrap up the question from Mamang Suseno. I need to go to Maria again. Maria, do you want to try again? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear anything yet. It's not coming. No, I think you have a problem with the microphone, or maybe later on. Thank you very much. Okay, let's go to Dr. Tilman Dilting. Mr.
Yes.
Dilting, do you have something to say?
I'm good. It's okay.
So I mostly enjoyed today the explanations about the wildlife, because some of those animals we also saw in another place, especially the tarsius. I would be very interested. And I would like to see this nice chicken that lays its eggs in the sand. This is really, really amazing. So maybe next time, Andy, we do a little bit more wildlife when we go there.
Yeah, we can go for bird and then Maleo, yeah.
Yes, we should do that.
For Maleo is a loyal, yeah. So Maleo is a loyal bird, you know. So never separate, never break off, you know, until the death to us part, like that, you know. So forever love, like that. This is Maleo. That's where Dominic have told us about, you know, this is anti-polygamy, yeah. So what is this bird? It's one of the Maleo like die, and normally his couple or her couple will like they don't want to eat something like that. So this is kind of local wisdom that people have story about. Thank you, Tilman. Yeah, so good.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Dilting. Now I need to read some commentary from Maria, because they have a problem. She has a problem with the microphone. The volcano tour guide should be aware of the risk assessment of the volcanoes he or she is visiting with the tourists. Thank you very much, Maria. And also now it's 5:10. We have some few moments for us. And then Andy, do you have something to say?
Yeah, thank you, Denny. So thank you, everybody. Yeah, to all our friends all over the world. So this is now we're gonna close this meeting, but I will have some messages that we will have the last volcano. Yeah, this is Dukono and the Spices Island. So this is also very interesting that actually this island and then also the volcano is one of the most active volcano in the world. This is like top 10 most active volcano in the world, which is Dukono. It's called Dukono volcano in North Halmahera. And then we will also we have like tours also through the Spices Island. So we will be also with Mr. Devi again for the next week. So this is the last volcano that, you know, our program, you know, from top 5 active volcanoes in Indonesia. Yeah. So for the last volcano, also the same in the same Sunday. Yeah. 8 o'clock. Yeah. So we will have also volcanologist also with Mr. Devi and with another volcanologist. But Mr. Devi he's the chairman of Eastern Indonesia for the observation. Yeah. He is the chairman, is the chief. Yeah, like that. And thank you very much for everybody. Yeah. And then thank you very much for your support. Yeah. So we'll see you again for the next week, the last volcano, Dukono and the Spices Island. And then after that, we'll move to Ethiopia. So thank you so much, and then see you.
Okay, thank you very much, Andy. Thank you very much. Also, there's one left, our visiting to another volcano in Indonesia. Thank you very much also. And then we will move to Africa continent, to Ethiopia, with Bapak Engku Mulugeta. Now, thank you very much to everybody. And then also I have to say, I'm sorry, this is at the end of the meeting, and there's so many informations already observed, and then so many information for us to do our job as a tourist guide. And also thank you very much for Indonesian Mountain Guide Associations, and thank you very much to friends at Indonesian Tour Guide Association also, or HPI, HPI. And then from MAGI, or Indonesian Geotourism Society of Indonesian Geologists Associations, and thank you very much to persons already here, and then friends and colleagues. And then also thank you very much to Prof. Mega Rosana, thank you very much also to Bapak Awang, and also to Bapak Ade Jumarma, thank you very much. He was an expert in volcano, maybe later on will be join us. And also to friends and colleagues already participant today. And then don't forget, we will be meet again at next week. And before we closing our meeting, please to open up our videos. We will taking photographs. We will taking photos, and then there will be wonderful moment for us. Please to open up our video, and then say cheese and give us a big smile.
Please on the video together
again.
For friendship.
Okay, thank you. Again, another. We have Bapak Sinung. Terima kasih Bapak Sinung Baskoro. Thank you very much also. We are here. And then Bapak Oka. Thank you very much also to friends and then colleagues, and then we'll be meet again. Thank you very much to Bapak Devi Kamil Sahbana. Thank you very much to Ibu Sri Mulyaningsih, and also this is our best guide, Donald Tapehe, and then Dominic. Thank you very much, and then thank you also thank you very much the highest recommendation to us to bring us the next meeting. This is initiated by Andi Volcano. Thank you very much. Okay, we'll be at the end of the meeting. Thank you, Mr. Andi. We'll be close, and then see you again at next week. Good night.
Yeah.
Good job.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. See you next week.